Good evening, friends. I just want to talk to you about the second beast of Revelation 13, and I'll just read it to you. Revelation 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound had healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth, in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, but the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right, now I'd like to explain what that is. A beast coming up out of the earth. This is describing the United States of America. It came up out of the earth. It had 2 horns, which represents church and state. But it's always spake as a lamb. It's always been like a lamb. A Christian nation, secular but basically Christian nation, founded on Christian values. But it had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spake as a dragon. Let me get that right. Yeah, 2 horns like a lamb, but it spake as a dragon. So what's actually going to happen here is how I've been impressed by the Holy Spirit, and this happened 25, 30 years ago. I've known about this all along, that I always saw that what would happen in the United States is that it is a religious country, but it seems to be rapidly losing that conservatism and that religiousness. It's disappearing from it the way it used to be. But it has a strong Italian connection. Just look at the names of the people, Italian Americans and Catholic Italian Americans. If a person's Italian, they're pretty well guaranteed that they're going to be a Catholic. So it has that Italian American connection. It has that Protestant religion connection, which is actually just a breakaway from the Church of Rome originally. But the way I see America is that it's going to become worse and worse. It's going to slip down into degradation. The crime rate, everything about the country is going bad, and I knew about this probably over 30 years ago. I saw this in a vision that was given to me about what would happen in the United States. And that's why when I read that verse, I see it as the second beast that's going to give its power to the first beast, Rome, and enforce this mark of the beast, the same mark that will come from the Church of Rome in Europe, which will really encompass the whole world. You see the populations of the world in South America, heavily Catholic, everywhere. I look in my own country here in Australia, and you've only got to go into pretty much every city and every town, and what will you find as soon as you enter that town or city will be a major cathedral or Catholic church or schools, colleges. They just hold the best real estate. It's the most powerful religion on the planet, bar none. I think there's 900 million Catholics and probably over 1 billion Protestant members, and if they unite, they become really a powerful church to contend with. Even as far as Islam and anything else could probably not rival it. But the way I see it is that that verse is describing the United States, the second beast coming up out of the earth with 2 horns, church and state, but giving its power to the first beast. And the reason it will give its power to the first beast is because America is going to suffer a fairly long period of time of slipping down into the depths of degradation and crime and all of the things it's going through at the moment that you see. This rise in transgender toilet issues and the crime wave issues, the homeless issues. It's all going to put this down to the fact that it has moved away from God. It will use that as an excuse to get back to God, but it's going to get back to God by unifying all of the Protestant churches with the Catholic Church. Then it will give its power to the first beast, which is the Church of Rome in Europe, which by then will probably be that 10-nation coalition in Europe, which will be the resurrection of the Holy Roman Empire. But this is going to go global, this mark of the beast. That is the mark of the beast. If you watch my other videos on the mark of the beast, that is the mark. And of course, because the Protestant churches still keep Sunday worship, they really aren't that much different than the Church of Rome. They are trying to unite back, some of them are trying to unite back with the Roman Catholic Church even now. So that will come about once they resolve any issues that they have. But they'll see it for the benefit of the better good that they do this in order to stem the tide of the rot from setting in that's happening to America right now. But this business about they'll bring fire down from heaven on the earth, they'll perform miracles. And I've always had this idea in my mind of what the space station was all about, and sending this shuttle up there all the time. I mean, they say they've been doing experiments and so on and so on and so on. But I believe, because Satan always works through mankind, he always works through men. He doesn't appear and perform miracles. He works through mankind. And I believe that there'll be certain miracles they'll do, bring fire down from heaven, like lightning. We've heard about these new projects like HARP and things like that. Even holographs, lasers, laser images that will be perhaps shot from the space station down onto the clouds of the earth. Images, giving images. They will be able to fool mankind on the earth that this is something from God some actual spiritual thing happening from God, and it will tell everybody that they must enforce the authority of that beast, that Roman beast. So that's where I've seen America mentioned in Revelations. As far as America being mentioned in the Bible, it's all through the Bible. It's all about America, which is Israel actually, those lost tribes of Israel, which came from the British Isles. Hundreds of thousands of convicts were sent from the British Isles to the United States, to Canada, to Australia, New Zealand, and these people are all the descendants of the tribes of ancient Israel. These are modern day Israel that just lost their identity. They don't know who they are, but God knows who they are, because God even knows DNA. It doesn't matter if they've been interbred and interbred and interbred. God knows his people, and he knows where they are on the earth. It's only the people that don't know where they are. But once you realise who Israel is, it's not just that little country of 25 million over there in the Middle East. It is the Five Eyes country. That's why we have an alliance. We are brothers, and we are brothers with the Jews. That's why we support Israel and the Jews. They may not even know why we do it, but we just do it. Why was Israel restated as a nation in the Balfour Declaration by Great Britain? Giving the Jews back a homeland. They probably didn't even know that they were related, but because it was biblical that they originally owned that homeland from the Old Testament, they gave that homeland back to the Jews. But the Jews are our brethren. We must love the Jews, and I'm seeing more and more hatred towards the Jews. And that is wrong. Our country shouldn't be doing that. And I see that even the United States is heading that way. And they need to stop that happening. But that's what I see in that chapter there, that is describing the United States. It's going to give its power to Rome, and it will enforce this mark, this Sunday worship throughout the United States, and we'll do it here too in Australia, the same thing. So that's just a short video. So hopefully you'll have a bit of a think about that, and I'm glad you could come along. And for me now, it's goodbye, friends. Goodbye.